Alrighty, there's sound. Let's play this in full first. It's very cool. I do love the sounds. Actually, bring the sounds down though. There's a lot of stuff that I really like. Just because the sound is already cool, but the presentation is neat. I like the colors. I like the renders. It's just clean and simple. Nice little camera move too if you watch this in real time. Good. Nice little pan and even a bit of a translate back. Pan and tilt right there. It's really neat. Also, animation-wise, I think it's really neat where right off the bat we have just enough asymmetry to go in there. You can see this too as the character goes back. If you look at every frame, there's always something differently posed. Now, speaking of posing, I would be careful. I know this is fast, but I would still have something where either the foot is a bit further out, so we have a little bit of that leg here. We understand that where that knee fold is, kind of like in here. That's already better, so be careful in spacing this out. I know this is just over one frame, but since every frame is already different enough, you got asymmetry in the eyes, everything there. I would just be careful and really push that even here a little bit, or the leg out to give us a bit more. Even here, this feels like half an arm. That gets better. Again, I'm extremely picky here over each frame, but it's because it's cool. What I also like here is that as we go back, right, this is just a couple frames, we just get used enough to this character, and as it slows down, the other character comes in. It's a fun rig too. Simple enough, but really, really cute. Probably does not have a foot roll. Probably because it's too simple. I'm not sure. But that would have been something. Just we kind of resting on that, on the toe, just a bit long. But it's fun how he's already starting to look over with the big white eyes. It gives us a clear direction. It's really neat. That's your classic 3-point landing pose, but still very clean and clear. It's just enough of a bend. I was going to say maybe bring down the knee a bit lower, but it's actually not that bad because it gives us a bit of a, with that in like this, we understand that there's the pressure there, like that there's finger animation here detailed. I'm always looking at finger animation, how much polish someone puts in. And you can see how it changes. Although you're a bit long on the fingers out, I would probably roll in just a bit at this point, personally. This is cool too. Here you go up. I would probably go over a bit and then down. I don't know if there's enough time for that, but it could be neat to have a little bit of like that versus that. But again, asymmetry is good. You got full extension, not quite. I was going to say full extension, not quite. I would push this. Let's see the next frame. Now it's immediately bent. I would give this a one frame. If you watch this, I sense it, but it's not crazy. I would still give this a full frame of extension. Stretch out those legs. And then careful, when he goes back, there is a weird pivot off the kneecaps where it feels locked right through there. So I will continue a bit over the moving hold in terms of the roots going up and then down. But it's cute, and I love this too, that it's the going out this way. Probably at the end, we could push that C curve. And it's a bit stylized where I kind of, to be honest, I kind of like the straight angles because it doesn't always have to be all roundish. It could be interesting to kind of push that a little bit more, but sometimes it's kind of neat just have more like it's almost, I don't know if it's like a puppety or feel to where things are just a bit more rigid. I kind of like it. But that is that coming in here. Watch out, bit of a knee pop there. But again, over real time. Again, it's more stuff that I feel like that could have been a bit smoother, but does it distract from the viewing? Is it like a crazy pop that goes, whoa, that was wrong? No, but just also visually, you got that shading and then pops into a lot of dark. And I think that's why I'm picking up on it as well. But again, you got asymmetry in the poses. I would probably bring this out and out here so you don't have a tension right there. So you got it over almost 2 frames there. Asymmetry, I like how it starts to lead back with that wrist, how the wrist goes back first. And even here, got a slight offset there. I think that's great. Full extension here, which is good. I would probably rotate the foot a bit lower. Great lighting too. We understand too with shapes in front of, like stacked in front of each other. The lighting helps to give you that line here. that highlight line to give a separation, so it's not just one blobby thing. I think that's pretty clever too. Then you got the squash on the ball, and that's cute too. Look at that asymmetry in the face, but just at the end. And again, might have been nice to do a bit of a bend over, break the joint, and maybe I'll go this way into that. It's a bit harsh there, but if you play this in real time, I don't know. To me, I linger on that frame. Like I see that arm, and there's something where I wish it would be less like that. But that is that. Really cute. Again, nice presentation. And the sounds are great. Then bring that back to sound. Sounds great. Also, I love these the squeaky sounds. That just because I used to play basketball a lot indoors like that, and you just have to, you hear those sounds like, ah, that brings me back. Anyway, that has nothing to do with animation. This is really cool, and that's it from me. Thanks.